Hi, this is Sydney, and I am here to talk us through it for Friday, March 28th, 2025. Friday is Venus's day, and Venus is back in cozy Pisces. She is retrograde, so not necessarily the best that she can get, but she is definitely happier and behaving a little bit better. Now, the moon is also still in Pisces when we get up on Friday, and he's going to make some nice little meetings with all of those Pisces planets. So it's pretty busy today. First up, he's going to meet that Saturn, which can be mm, a bit grounding, if not in a kind of sad, somber sort of way, with Saturn kind of being the Debbie Downer of the group. In water signs, so there can be maybe some sort of reality around the intuition that we are feeling on the ways that we need to go forward, because then the moon is going to meet the north node, which can usually mean that there's some sort of push forward, emotional push forward into this north node in Pisces around care and compassion. There is a kind of sacrificial aspect to this. This can be about the dream that we are pushing ourselves forward into the sort of collective care or a collective way of being instead of where we've been maybe so individual or dualistic. Instead, this is about everything. We have the moon sextile Uranus and Taurus, and so this can be an intuitive hit. A conversation with Uranus and Taurus, again, can be about, values and some sort of new way of looking at the ways that we want to go forward. And also, there's something here about relationships. There is something here about love and stability and security and the way that we can feel comfort and good about the type of art that we are doing. Perhaps. Now, 1216, this is when the moon is going to conjunct Venus. And so they had that weird little conversation before where Venus was in Aries and they're talking about all the ways that she, maybe cut away things that she didn't need anymore, how she left relationships or changed it up. And now in Pisces, and they're having this meetup. This is our emotional needs and also our essential needs. They are in alignment and they want to take care, right? And they want to go deep and they want to kind of be assumed by this like Piscean way of being dreamy. This could be a kind of like wanting to drop out into the void. And also there's a kind of culminating feeling to it because this is happening at the 29th degree, right? The very last degree of Pisces, where also we have Neptune, right? So this is just kind of a very full, uh, watery, intuitive, almost psychic way of being and knowing. I think that there is potentially a little bit of an overwhelm with so much romantic Pisces happening there. You'd be feeling quite romantic in this moment. There's something too about that where it's like just wanting to like sink into your art or just revel in love or the visions of love that you have, right? And not all love is good, but some of this can feel a little bit like saying goodbye to an old lover or reconsidering meeting up with an old lover. It's definitely giving some romantic vibes in this moment, but still, because we're at that very last degree, right? There's some sort of ending here, some sort of severing, some sort of it's definitely about endings and culminations, especially because the next sign forward is that Aries, right? And we have the sun and we have Mercury there already waiting. They're like, hey, are you guys going to come over here? They're like, I guess so, but like, I'm feeling so good here in Pisces. But they're like, yeah, but you got to end that and you got to get into Aries soon. So there's something there too about maybe feeling like you're on the edge of a precipice, about to step forward into the future, into a new way of being, because you have gotten to feel all of this feeling, and now you know really how to go forward. At 1:36 p.m., the moon is going to enter Aries, and then that means that the moon will be in the sign that the eclipse is happening. So I feel like there could be a feeling of acceleration happening here. We went from pregnant to acceleration. We were about to press on the gas, and now we're about to press on the gas. And the moon in Aries is spicy. We know this, right? And intuitively feels things and kind of burns off really quick, that fiery Aries sign. I love my moon in Aries, babes, because when they feel stuff, you know it immediately. They process it and then it's over, right? They don't hold on to stuff, other people's stuff, like a moon in Pisces would, right? Instead, they're like, this is mine. This is how I feel. This is how it's going. Let's get it done. Let's cut it out. Let's go. So there's something to that. However, we do need to remember that that moon in Aries is ruled by that out of bounds Mars in Cancer. So the feelings are big. They are spicy and they are big. 7:15 p.m. This is the last aspect that the moon is making that I'm going to be talking about today. And the moon will sextile Pluto in Aquarius at 3.5 degrees. This is an intense feeling. So this could be anger, right? Moon in Aries can be a bit angry. It burns off quick. But with that sextile to Pluto in Aquarius, it allows it to go deeper, a little bit more intense. This is the spiciest of a spicy Aries moon. That was almost like a weird alliteration or something like that, but it doesn't matter. In any case, this is also at early degrees, so he's not like mature about it, right? Moon in Aries at 3.5 degrees. He's not mature. He's just having the outburst. He's just having the experience. He's just having the fit, and it's fitting. So if you are feeling like you are being pushed, all of your intense buttons are being pushed today because you are feeling so much, and you're feeling all of these, like, maybe it's the letdown of the crush, right? You have this overwhelming crush, and then you find out that it's not for you, unrequited, right? And then you're just have big feelings about it. Something like that could be happening today, right? So there's an intensity in the evening. Be prepared for it. But in general, I do think that you can get some things done today, especially if you want to maybe aim those things towards art more than anything else. Or music. Yeah. All right, friends. I hope that talked you through it. And we'll see you tomorrow. There is an eclipse. Holy shnikes. Try to get some rest. Okay. Take care.
Hey, thank you for listening to today's Astro Weather with me. I'm Sydney. As a reminder, I'm always open to seeing both new and my beloved returning clients. My website is ddastrology.com. That is D as in dog, astrology.com to check me out, and just click the email buttons in order to schedule with me. If you're into a more conversational feel with your podcast and content, I have a podcast called BS Astrology with my fellow Mercurial Mommy Bender, and we put out episodes every Sunday for the week. Just search BS Astrology on YouTube or wherever you enjoy listening to your podcasts, including Spotify, Audible, and more. Have a good day.